So let's talk about Camp Leatherneck. Camp Leatherneck was the Marine Corps' headquarters, basically a central command operations base for all of RC Southwest. Um, RC Southwest is pretty much the entire, from basically on my arrow, this whole area was all covered by Camp Leatherneck. Okay, it's Ron, Sabal, Far Red, Farah, all these areas. Okay, Gulam, right, Mirabad, Damarta, Palalak, Gori Gori, Landi, right, Dzek. All this area was RC Southwest responsibility, okay? Now, the reason for that is because when the Marine Corps came out, they needed a place to, to basically do all of their stuff. And they needed one spot where they can control the entire AO, all right? So when they did that, they brought the British in, which was a British built airfield. Okay, the UK built that. That's NATO. And then you had Camp Leatherneck, which was quite literally just, I believe, it was just this road right here, because I think this was the old ECP. This was the old first gate. I think was right here, if I'm not mistaken. And this was the only road that there was in Leatherneck. And then it grew and grew and grew and grew and got bigger and bigger and bigger, right? Now, when you look at some of these, I look back to when I used to be here, and like this was all LSA. Like these are all still pretty much what the LSAs looked like that we lived in when we would, do whatever we needed to do, get some shut eye, whatever. Like this is what we lived in. This area over here, this is the main road that split the north and south of Leatherneck, pretty much. None of this out here really was around at the time. It was just all of this when I went out there. Then you had, so this is Bastion, I believe. Bastion 1, or it's Bastion 2, and then Bastion 0, if I remember correctly. Those are all the British names for the bases. Um, but they've completely redone everything, and nothing is the same as it used to be, of course. Some of these are still our leave behinds. A lot of this was still here. This is all original. None of this stuff has gone anywhere. It's probably just been re-upped and redone. Look at all these 7 tons. These are all 7 tons, up armored 7 tons, and there's some army transport vehicles in here as well. But a lot of 7 tons. Look, these are wreckers. These right here are the wreckers. They would go out and pick up all the damaged vehicles that would get blown up by IEDs. So there's a lot of U.S. Look at all these Humvees, all these personal vehicles. Oh, here's some Army. Here's some of the Army transports right here. These are all up armored vehicles. Look at all these Humvees with turrets. Every last one of them. We left all this shit behind, and nobody wants to talk about it. And then we did the same thing in fucking Kabul. Look at this. This is all new, for the most part. Well, it's been restructured. I still believe this is DFAC 6 because this looks like the same old hut that you would walk into, turn around, walk inside. So this looks the same. But this used to be the mall compound, or the mall compound, and this was the group compound, or maybe this was the group compound. I can't remember. But I used to run the perimeter of this section. Oh shoot! I'm sorry. I'm forgetting how to use this website for a moment. But all of this has been overran. Like this wasn't here. I don't know what this was, but this wasn't here. All of this was the HIMAR launch pads. Look, you can still see them. These are all HIMAR launch. These are where the launch pads were for the HIMARs, and they fire off rockets every fucking day. This is right here. I tell people all the time, I said, we were right next to the HIMAR launch pads. They didn't believe me. They're right here. And then you have on the north side, this is where they came through. They came through right across, breaching this corner right here, and they spilled in across this way and this way in 2012 when they tried to take the airfield over. This was a Harrier launch or a Harrier hangar, and Harrier launch pad and all this, and they came in and they took out Harriers and all. This is there's these the Marines that stayed here on their 24 to 48-hour shifts. They lived in here. And now imagine there's only a few people that actually had ammo that had the actual means to go out and fight. So when they came in here in the masses, they were immediately met by a weak force, right? And then look at these towers. Where are they at? Look at these towers. Every other one is manned, or every 2 to 3 is manned. There's not even a lot of people, and these ones are spread out really far. Look, the next tower isn't all the way till down here. Anybody could miss someone coming straight up through here. We gave this over to the powers that be in Afghanistan. This is millions and millions, if not a few billion worth of dollars of airfield. Look at these are all special forces operations aircraft like Jayhawks or the little Blackbirds and stuff like that, and the Army's Blackbirds. I believe the Blackhawks are out here, or they might have been on this one. But like all of these pads is millions and millions of United States tax-paying dollars to build infrastructure for a place that we're no longer at. I mean, this is all, and you can tell when you look at it, you can tell it's American because it's gridded out. It's a square grid formation, just like when we come over here. Where's it at? Where's the other one at? Look at Fob Wishtan. Sorry, this was the old one. I believe this one was the Army's small little outlook. Where is it at? Sorry. Lashkar Gah, there you go. Look at the one in Lashkar Gah. You could tell that that's 100% American infrastructure compared to everything else. Everything's gridded out. There's a means for everything. Look at that. U.S. military tents still up. And then there's another one, Fob Delaram. Look at this. How can you say that there's no way you cannot tell that this is not American ingenuity here? Because look at everybody else. They get in where they fit in. You know, they make use of all the space, no matter what, every inch of it, every square inch, right? And then we grid everything out. Another one though, left behind. I wonder what's on this now. Look at here. 7-ton, 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 up armored trailers. Oh, these look like pull behinds, generators. 7-ton, 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 all up armored 7-tons, everywhere. Look at all these vehicles, hundreds of thousands, if not hundreds of millions of just vehicles laying around, millions of dollars of vehicles. Man, I seen one area. Oh look, Humvee. These look like the old water tanks or the old fuel bags, fuel systems. Fob Delaram, baby. And that's not even the only ones. There's more than that. There's so much left behind. So much left behind. Let's see where Sabit Kadam is. Let's go see Sabit Kadam. I don't care about the furniture store, but look, Sabit Kadam. We were even out here. We were going as far outside of Afghanistan as to set up out here in Sabit Kadam, up on the south side of the old. I'm not sure where it's at. It's going to be out here somewhere. But we have billions of dollars sitting around everywhere for no one to fucking be asking questions about. It doesn't make any sense.